you fancy the job of data scientist, if you feel that being good at mathematics, statistics, and programming would make you a good data scientist, then let me correct this notion for you. It's not all about mathematics programming. There's a lot more to add to the job of a data scientist than just building revolutionary and insightful or impactful machine learning models every day. Hello everyone, my name is Anirudh Kalbande. I am the founder and CEO at Fireblaze AI School, and in this particular video, we'll be talking about the reasons why not to become a data scientist. This is not a demotivating video, but self-analysis always helps, right? So before understanding the reasons why not to become a data scientist, let us talk about the roles and responsibilities of a data scientist. So data scientist is a person who is responsible for keeping the quality check on data. So he's responsible for cleaning the data, scrubbing the data. So he'll be spending 60% of the time in data analysis and data cleaning, or what in general terms is also called as data pre-processing. Once all of it is done, he is responsible for applying machine learning models to it so as to forecast and make predictions and have some recommendation engines created around the product. After doing all of this, or while doing all of this, he'll be making use of programming languages, and there are many options. To name a few: Python and R programming. Now, on top of this, he should be good at communication skills, and then at the end of it, he should be able to tell insights using various BI tools such as Tableau, Power BI, or different data visualization products available over there. If you need more information on this, that what are the essential skill sets or how to become a data scientist, there's a separate video out there. Please check the link or go to the description below to know more about it. Now let us talk about the reasons why not to become a data scientist. Now, number one reason is that the person needs to have a growth mindset. Now, what is this? Growth mindset means he needs to learn, or she needs to learn lifelong. So the learning would never stop in this particular domain, because every project might expect a different kind of a domain knowledge from a data scientist. So if you try to switch a company, then the domain knowledge from the previous organization might not move with you to the new one. You'll have to adapt to the new domain and then try to regain your expertise in it. And it is an evolving domain, right? All the domains are evolving, but the knowledge should be kept very fresh. And the data science vertical itself would evolve. It's very extensive. And what do I mean by this is that today, R and Python are the best programming languages to code in for the data science vertical. But tomorrow, Julia might pick up, or it might overtake Python in performing all these day-to-day tasks, right? So you have to adapt to the new programming world, to the new skill sets. So it is a lifelong learning experience. And if you are not one of them who want to keep on learning, right, then it's not for you. You should not choose to become a data scientist, right? You'll have to keep on learning throughout your life. Now, the next point is that most of the time would be spent on data scrubbing or data cleaning. Now, do you know that programming is the most important aspect of data science, but it's not the major part a person spends his time in, right? 60% of the time a person would be spending as a data scientist would be in data cleaning. So if you don't love cleaning things, right, you don't have that criteria or that characteristic of an OCD, right, that you need to have properly arranged, clean data set, clean things in general, right, you should consider not becoming a data scientist, because that's the only thing which you will be working on a lot of time, right? So as to have a perfectly built model, because directly proportionality is there. Like if the data is clean, models would be good. Otherwise, it won't perform the way you want to, right? The way you want it to perform, right? So think on it. The next point is that you need to have good communication skills. Now, communication is very, very, very important, right? Because once you drive insights, once you build model, once you design the roadmap for the future, right? Once you understand the entire organization's data and try to move ahead, you'll have to tell that data to the stakeholders. You'll have to tell that data to the business heads, right? And if you are not willing to communicate well, or if you are not willing to share your knowledge in the best way possible, then again, this is not for you, right? Because storytelling is the art of data science. Like once the data is there, you should be able to convert it into a kind of a story, and you should be a good narrator of it, right? So please consider this point. And if you don't love to talk, if you are a lone wolf, right, you love to work alone without any disturbance or anything, then please do consider this point as well for not becoming a data scientist. The next point is that you need to be resourceful. Now, what do I mean by being resourceful is that you should be the one with all the answers, because in your organization, everyone would depend on you. And sometimes you might be left alone with all the negativity because you might not get answers to all the questions, right? Which everyone would come to ask you. And you should be the one who should take all the initiatives to find these answers, because you should be prepared to do that, right? So being a resourceful person every damn time and being positive at the same time when you are not getting all the answers is a very important skill set. So if you feel negative a lot of times, and if you cannot turn that negativity into positivity, then do consider not becoming a data scientist. Now, only a degree or online learning won't suffice. Now, this point is all about self-learning. So if you don't love to do self-learning, it's not gonna be enough, right? Because in a company, you will have to work on real-life use cases. And to work on real-life use cases, you should have experience on working one. So always try to participate in hackathons, in competitions. Try to build your GitHub profile, right? All of these things beyond textbooks are gonna be necessary. And if you don't love to go that one extra mile, then again, do consider before diving into this domain. Business skills are important. What do you think? You have good analytical and communication skills? Let me tell you, they are not enough. So you should be having good business skills, because here in this domain, you will be working with business leaders. And they have a good business acumen, right? So they will expect to work with someone with good business knowledge. So just try to gain more insights about the business, try to know in general about all the domain, and try to have that guesstimates, right? You should have to be around numbers all the time. If you don't have any of it, then do consider again before diving into the domain, right? Lastly, you need to ask this very important question to yourself. Are you in data science for money, or is there a deep desire to work in this beautiful domain? If you are in it for money, then let me tell you, this does pays very well, but it's a very demanding field and it's ever evolving rapidly. So you need to give 100%, and it could be only done if you devote 100% of your time to it and you stay enthusiastic and motivated till end. If you are not gonna give 100%, if you are only in it for money, then you might lose your motivation on the way. So if you love to play around the data, if you love to generate insights, if you love to talk about it, if you love to the business aspect of it, right? If you love programming as well on top of it, then friends, this domain is for you. And yes, you can make a huge amount of money, name, with the passion to deliver valuable insights in this domain. Thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe the channel if you like the video.